砂漠どうなってんだ。夢なのか。さっきまで病室。嘘だろ。
That's the penalty?
Let's get it. So giving yourself perfection.
Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Solo Leveling episode 3. It's like a game. Last episode, he became the sacrifice. And then this game thing sort of like popped up at the end. You want to play the courage of the week or something or other like that. And of course he's gonna play it because he's about to die. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please sponsor yourself on Patreon at patreon.com/YellowMini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. I'm becoming what? That was way too quick. Did it say favor? But your leg is not. Oh, okay, stay. Nope. I'm trying to like listen if I'm. Let's get it. They're singing in English, right? Because I know I looked it up last episode and it's a K-pop group that's also singing. But I'm not hearing any Korean that I could detect. It must be all English, right? I guess I need to look that one up too. The reason why I was like, it felt like about the first time I was hearing it, the song itself was going in, but then when they came to the breakdown, like rapping, I'm like, yeah, this is K-pop. Because it usually goes like that. It can be. After having seen such traumatizing things, he survived. The Tiger Guild. The second awakening, so they know about it clearly. Okay. Wait, isn't that nothing? E? Same level? He sounds like Shigaraki, the purple hair dude. These things clearly. We don't want to remember that. So he has to say it? I did. She was there. What would the penalty be? I feel like he's not gonna do it, and then he's gonna get a penalty. Well, what kind of penalty is he gonna be?
ゴー会長。
分かった。今回の件は特殊ケースとしてデータバンクへの登録と再検討の依頼を。
わかりました。
次の B 級レイド、チャさんは教官役として参加してください。
教官役ですか？私が指導者に向いているとは思えませんが。
君はいつも通り戦っていれば大丈夫です。みんなその背中を見て学ぶ。力を上げることは不可能ですが、実践力を鍛え上げることは可能。来るべきその時のために。
People with glasses. In anime, I should say.
こんなところにゲート発生かよ。
Time's running out. Okay. Wait, is the gate showing up? Is that part of the
砂漠？どうなってんだ？夢なのか？さっきまで病室。嘘だろ？
That's the penalty? Wait, is it 4 hours? Survive 4 hours? Or is it 3 or 4 minutes? So he got transported from his room into this place. So it's hours.
まだあと2時間も。
そっちいた？いや、こっちには。
What the heck? And what's the reward for surviving the penalty quest?
私がレイドにですか？
はい。
I don't think she's ready for that.
おお、そうそう。目を覚まされたそうですよ。ソン・ジヌハンター。
そうなんですか？
He's gonna go, she's gonna see that he has his legs and everything. He's gonna be like, how did that happen? Because I saw you.
見て、また走ってるわよ。まあ、意識が戻ってから毎日これだもの。鍛え直したいんだって。無理しちゃダメって言っても聞かなくって。大怪我したばかりなのに。困ったものね。
つか分かったことがある。
Uh-huh.
まず目の前のこれは幻覚ではないようだ。
Uh-huh.
デイリークエストをこなせば3つの報酬が得られる。
Okay.
次は能力値ポイントだ。もらったポイントは好きな能力に分配可能だ。やっぱり筋力かな。他にもスキルやインベントリー画面なんかも。はっ、まるでゲームみたいだ。あはははは。何が出るか。
A key?
鍵？
To what?
インスタン
To
ト
an
ダンジョン？
instance?
なんだそれ。強くなるためのイベントだろうか。
I don't think you want to go yet. Keep that key for in the future, for the future. You know, I believe they said the first episode that dad disappeared, right? I wonder if it has something to do with the kid, haunting or something.
溺水症？
Eternal sleep
最
disease.
後の睡眠とも言います。ゲートが出現してから見られるようになった病で、数万人目を現在の医学では延命治療が精一杯です。
What the freak? What happened?
おめでとうございます。あなたはハンターの資格を得ました。
Is that when he awakened? Like when he
これ
was?
で母さんの治療費を稼げるぞ。
何やってんだ。
もうお前隅っこでじっとしてろ。
たく、いい急な足引っ張りやがってよ。
能力値ポイント、筋力。
Yeah, but you can't just be strength. You need to be, like lifting up your vitality, your every other thing as well. Although that's usually how I go to. Like most of it goes to strength. We're gonna use it. Does he get to choose which one he goes to? People can see you. It's sort of like he's in a parallel dimension or whatever.
行ったことはないけど、多分レッドゲートに似た概念なんだろ
Which are?
う。参ったな。機関石？何？とにかくクリアするまで出られないってことは？
Where do you get those stones?
ティもなしに、俺一人でボスを。けど、
Like,
やるしかないんだ。
is that a new weapon? Isn't the one that he used to have? Didn't they break English?
出た。しかも3体。
Well, at least if he gets through them, he'll be getting stronger, right? Do they have potions? You know how in games you have, when you face an enemies or whatever, and then you lose your HP, you can use potions and items or whatever to heal yourself or cure whatever. And since this is sort of like a game for him, does he also have those things? Good job. Like, is like, now that this particular battle is done, okay, I guess not. Or maybe he's gonna be after the whole thing. I mean, he does get rewards.
さっきのゴブリンよりはるかに強い。足が
You better move.
まさか怖くてトラウマなんてないと思ったのに。
It's only normal to be traumatized by that. Is he calling out more? Okay, maybe not. I thought that cry was him calling out to other. Whoa. Okay, so it seems like this episode, I was asking myself how the process of him getting stronger, how is that gonna come? Is he gonna come from like the god that they were sacrificing him to? Why not bestowing upon him some kind of power? Or is it like a whole other system that's gonna be doing this? And clearly it's a whole other system. So from what I understand, after he said yes to the courage of the weak, and why not, maybe that system restored him fully, right? His legs, like everything, restored him. And then now that he woke up, he gets to go through the game basically. You know? Go through training, start acquiring items and stuff, making yourself stronger. SP. I'm thinking in terms of Final Fantasy, because that's the only kind of game that I usually play, like those kind of games, you know, adventure games. And why not? So you have your HPs, you have your SPs, and your SP is basically used to strengthen your abilities and stuff. So it's like when after at first he didn't understand exactly what was going on, right? They told him that he had this sort of like training regimen that he needed to do in the day, and he's like, I don't get this. I'm like, okay, but the thing he also said that there was going to be some kind of penalty. He didn't do anything, so I'm like, okay, what's going to be the penalty? And right before they gave him the penalty, there was this gate that showed up, and then the timer goes off on his counter, and then there was sort of like a shaking going on. So I'm like, wait, is the penalty, like the gate that showed up, is that part of the penalty that he's supposed to be going through or whatever? But no, it wasn't. This thing just like transported him into another world where he had to run away from these giant monsters for like 4 hours. I'm like, what the heck? I feel like had he the regimen that they had given him in the beginning, it would have been better that he did that. Instead of running for like 4 hours. And then the nurses came into the room. They're like, well, where is he? And started looking for him. And then when the time came, like was done, he just like basically sort of like reappeared in his room. Oh my goodness. So after that, clearly he understood that this thing is real. Okay, I need to follow all these things. And then he started following the things, and he's adding things to his strength. Like any other kind of ability points that he gets, he's adding it to his strength. And I'm like, yeah, it's good that you want to get stronger, but don't be using all those points on just your strength. There are other things, other attributes that you need to be fortifying, And I feel like the longer he goes through this training and whatnot, the more he's gonna be like, okay, the more he's gonna figure it out and be like, okay, I can just add to the strength. I need to be protecting my defense. You see, add to the defense as well, and all those things. So maybe this first instance dungeon that just showed up is gonna give him a lesson. Clearly, he's not gonna die. Okay, he's gonna make it through it, and him making it through it is gonna probably make him realize that he can't just focus on his strength. He needs to focus on other things as well. They had sent in, when he woke up, they had sent in these two people from the Hunter Association surveillance team or something or other like that. The guy with the purple hair, he sounded like Shigaraki from My Hero Academia. So I'm not sure if it was voiced by the same person, but it does. And then they asked him if he went through a second awakening. And I'm like, what is that? I thought it was whatever was going to happen to him, that he was going to go through and become stronger. I thought it was something that never happened. Never happens, that it was going to be sort of like unique to him. But apparently it does happen. People have a second awakening and they go from their previous rank to a higher rank. So when they try to measure his things, like, nah, he didn't do anything at all. And that's probably because he has not gone through the training. So I'm guessing his thing is also unique, right? Because if people go through a second awakening and then when they measure them, their level sort of like changes, but his did not, and he has to go through this training before he gets stronger. That means it's not really a second awakening, but it's something else. I mean, it's not like I know the world like that, but that's what I'm understanding. Because if you go through a second awakening and then you become stronger, and then if that's what he went through, he should have become stronger. But he didn't. So I'm thinking it's something else. And what else? He's going through his training. He went to the dungeon. He's going through the dungeon. Yeah, I was saying when he was going through the dungeon. You know how when like you're exploring, like my Final Fantasy, for example, when you're exploring going to a particular destination, but you're going on a quest, and you have these enemies that you face along the way, right? And if your HP is like at a low level, you can use your potion or your cure or whatever to replenish your HP, right? So I'm like asking myself, is this the situation that he's currently in? Is that something that he can do? So when he was facing the goblins, I'm asking myself, okay, once he defeated those goblins, can he heal himself back up? But that didn't happen. The wolf just showed up right after. So I'm like, it also happens in Final Fantasy where you get to, I guess, your goal, the quest, you get to your goal and you have all these different kind of monsters that show up and attack you. And I guess that's what he is currently facing. He's gonna need to face all these different monsters before. But then they say he needed to defeat the final boss before he can leave, or he can get this transportation stone, I believe they said. And is the wolf the final boss, or is it something else? And if it's something else, I don't know. Like, I'm wondering if he gets to heal himself before he faces the final boss, or if the final boss is the wolf, and once he defeats it, then he can leave. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to episode 4, the link is going to be in the pinned comments. You can just click on it and you can watch it right now. I'll see you next time. Bye. No, I mean your number, baby, love you, love you, love you, love ya.